It's been over 20 plus years now. I used to come to the Philippines more often than most. I was on an every year stretch until college came around. Then it kind of all went silent after that. I was there for a month. For many, that may seem like a long time, but it could sure go by quickly. When I tell you there's a lot of things to do in the country, I mean it. There's a crapload of things to do. Where do you even begin in this month-long trip? Prior to the trip, I remember spending several days and nights thinking about what I would do while I was there. It really got overwhelming. Insanely overwhelming. You have Palawan, Cebu, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Mount Pinatubo, all the mountains, Mount Mayon, Legazpi, Pangasinan, Chocolate Hills, Manila, the place that has all the mangoes, and Bohol. The possibilities are endless. A little backstory. There's of course a main reason for the whole trip, and I'll get to that shortly. I saw this Instagram post several months before. It looked like a word search of some kind, the type of post that read the first 3 words will relate to you or something like that. And I remember it so clearly. Enlightenment, connection, and healing. Perhaps that in itself would be the theme of this whole trip. Maybe I was just subconsciously thinking about those mere concepts, that my mind wasn't intentionally looking for those words. I don't know. And that's the reason why I'm even doing this video, is because I want to know if I've actually touched base on all those things. Perhaps, or perhaps not. I watched countless YouTube videos titled Top Things to Do in the Philippines, or Top Beaches to Go to in the Philippines. Let me just say there are a lot of vloggers out there. A lot. But I didn't want to be that guy. I was coming home. I was coming back to my roots. I didn't want to be stuck on my camera and not be in the present. I wanted to be immersed in the life there. And at some point, the relaxing vacation would just begin to feel like work. And it sort of belittles the whole idea of relaxing or healing. Of course, there are many individuals out there who are into that sort of thing. I get it. But in the end, I really didn't care to plan anymore. And just decided just to get some general ideas of where I wanted to go. And just see what happens next. Getting to Philippines alone isn't a short trip. Getting to a main hub for an international flight, then taking a 16-hour plane ride to your connecting country, then 3 to 5 hours to finally land in Manila. Then another God knows how long to get where you actually need to go in the country. I've always said you need more than a week in a place to even unwind. Travel time alone is a day and some change. And then after all of that, of course, you're battling the jet lag, if it applies to you. Which one of you wake me up in the morning, huh? I will eat you! Some things to note. For anyone going to the Philippines, the straws suck. First world problems, I know, and not every place has this. They're made of recycled material that degrade easily. Nothing wrong with going green, of course, I get it, but straws didn't last long and became kind of annoying. Also, the napkins you get at restaurants are small. And if you're a messy eater, you'll find that you are using more napkins and in the end, accumulating more trash. Also, though the country is a bunch of big and small islands surrounded by water, not all Filipinos can swim. I don't know why I even made that note. Next, during the time I was there was political campaigns everywhere, posters of politicians I didn't even know, vote for me signs everywhere you turn. In continuation to that, I visited this place called Cafe Tanawan. It's in my dad's hometown. Nice little cafe with a view on the top of the mountain. Supposedly it's attracting more and more tourists every year. I remember a time when there was nothing there at all. No new buildings, no resorts of any kind. And according to my family, the owner of the cafe is a politician who is running for office in Marinduque. The thing that boggles my mind is that there's a 300 peso per person entrance fee to the cafe. And with that 300, you get a voucher of things you could get that's included in that fee, like coffee, snacks, etc. But everything in the cafe was priced at 400, 500 pesos. I took it as a little scammy, to be honest, considering the local population don't make funds like that. On top of that, the majority of the workers at the cafe were from places other than the local towns of Marinduque. So in that regard, how is the cafe actually supporting the local people to rise up? Money of the workers are going to different cities and the owner that's collecting the revenue isn't even from there. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. No comment. I got around the country primarily by bus and grab rides. Didn't necessarily have to, we had our own family vehicles to get around, but it was nice. It was budget friendly and it felt grounding. It was an experience to say the least. Using the bus was quite easy and it wasn't daunting at all. I used the PTX bus terminal, which was very massive, fairly new in regards to my time frame, of course, visiting the country. Just tell the receptionist where you want to go and they will guide you to a ticket counter. Once you get on the bus, a guy will ask you where you want to get dropped off and they will give you a ticket that shows you your total cost. And then, of course, they collect the money. After that, you just enjoy the ride. If you're in a hurry though, be prepared to take several stops along the way. There are many vendors out there that take the opportunity to jump on the bus to try to sell you some snacks or beverages and whatnot. Another bus option would be to do a point-to-point route. That's if you want to get somewhere directly with no stops, but it's usually for more touristy destinations. I connected with my dad's side of the family, connected with my mom's side of the family, all my aunts, uncles, nieces, and nephews, etc. Took several pictures, and of course, shared a lot of laughs. But it wasn't just about sharing the present time with the living. It was also about sharing the moment with the dead. I visited the grave sites of all my family members that I've lost, not to mention putting my own mother to rest. A lot can happen over 20 years. The world is a big place, just less in it. I also remember there was this taxi driver that told me Filipinos in America are just a branch from the roots. Needless to say, I took the time to reconnect with those roots. I reconnected with the food, the smell, the air, the culture, hearing that 6 a.m. bell ring from a guy on a bike who was selling panisal. Before I left, my Tagalog and Ilocano was shot to hell. But it sure as heck didn't take long for me to get comfortable with it again. I'm not perfect, but it's in my blood. It's who I am. It's never easy thinking about the loss of close family members, not to mention bearing the thought of not being present for those tough times while on the other side of the world. More importantly, it's never easy letting someone go, let alone be the one to bear the act of doing it. It's been more than 7 years since my mom passed already, and without a doubt, it never gets easier. In retrospect, I envy the culture, the people. I've watched countless of individuals and families with a great big smile on their faces. A great big smile, sometimes even with so very little. I found myself on multiple occasions unable to get to that happy place, unable to change my train of thought and be content and happy with myself. Certainly something I'm working on regularly. So you could say, I learned a lot about me too. It's easy to lose yourself in everyday life. Sometimes you just have to take that trip and get away. So have I completed or fulfilled those three things? Was I supposed to have a sense of accomplishment with it? I'm not really sure. For me personally, I feel that I haven't fulfilled or completed anything. Not that it's a bad thing. Rather, I'm taking it as it's certainly something I need to be doing more of. Going back home to my roots, that is. Cheers. So, being Phil-Am or Filipino American, you would think one of my best comfort foods is Filipino food, but it's actually pizza. It always has been. Not too bad. I like it. Very light. So I leave tomorrow to go back home. I'm definitely gonna miss this place. It's not like I can't come back here, but I certainly want to come back more. You know, I think working so much and focusing on just getting by back at home, and going through the daily motions of everyday life. Like, I have a lot of family here. I have a lot of family in country in the Philippines, and I need to be more part of that, I feel. So I certainly would like to come back more. At least, while I'm still young and I am able to still fly and go through the long hour trips. Excuse me. But yeah. So, just got a Coke Zero. Well, not a Coke Zero. They gave me a regular Coke, but whatever. I usually drink Coke, when I have pizza. That's really the only way to do it. Just get this going here. I can. Bam. Yeah, for this vlog that I intend to do, I'm writing a little summary about this whole thing, this whole trip. I'm of course going to do a lot of dub work and voiceover work, but I just took footage of like the whole trip in first person point of view. You know what? Hold on. All right. Hello. Hello. And turn you on. Hello. Hello. All right. So I just put on the mic that I got for this thing. I bought a whole bunch of crap that I really didn't even use on my trip here to the Philippines. I bought this Hollyland microphone for the GoPro. The GoPro that I've gotten several years ago. But yeah, figured I'd just use it right now. As I was saying, I took some video shots, of course, a lot of it through my cell phone, and some part of the thing with the GoPro itself. But I didn't want to, I'm just going to put you down for a second because I am putting the straw in the cup here. I didn't want to be so in tune with the video or the video production, making of a video, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to be in the presence with my family. I wanted to be in the presence of the Philippines itself. And now that I am leaving tomorrow, I'm stocked up in a hotel somewhere, and I don't want to go anywhere. I'm kind of just resting. That's usually the case. So it's kind of just reflecting. And that's what I wanted to do with this video. I kind of wanted to make a video to reflect on this whole journey that I've taken. Where do I even begin?